Hey everybody, welcome back. Okay, so a lot of you got done watching our Wednesday video that we put out, well, last Wednesday, and you all enjoyed what we found topside around this location. A lot of interesting things at the Lum Gray mine. Pretty neat. And then we finished off that episode by showing you this incline shaft over here that's 940 feet deep.
That's what they say.
So we promised y'all that we'd come back on a Saturday and gear up and rope down into this thing. So that's what we're going to do today. So Laura, have you learned anything more about this mine other than what we told them last Wednesday?
No, I don't think so. It's just that they first found the vein out here in the late 1800s. When you guys see the mill, I don't remember if we filmed it, but there is evidence that they put the mill out in 1917.
Okay.
So we're guessing that this is the original shaft based on the condition of the ladders, the skip car, and all that.
Yeah.
And like Gly was saying, it goes 940, 990 feet. It's supposedly a really deep one.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and then it's at about a 70, maybe almost coming in at a 75-degree dip. It's a real steep one, but it should be pretty neat. So what we've got today is we've got two 300-foot ropes. One's already tied off to Bob. Laura's got one on her back, another 300. We're hoping that the mine conditions down in the bottom pick up where we don't need rope for that last 300. We'll just have to see how things go.
Yeah.
You just never know with these things. With a mine that's, what, 114 some odd years old or whatever it is.
And it's one we've actually never found any evidence yet of on YouTube.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. That's going to make this
so
one even more fun.
So that's why it's even more interesting.
That's right. Yeah, because this is so hard to get to.
Yeah.
Hopefully it'll turn out to be something pretty darn awesome. Yep. All right, guys, this one should be fun. Let's get started. Okay, so here we are on rope, headed down backwards. Now, before I go any deeper, guys, let me point the camera to where we're going here so you can kind of see what we've got going on. So this is at about a 70-degree dip, and I think we have a drift right off here to the left. So my plan is to get over to this drift. I'm going to hold the camera kind of like this, and then once I get to that drift, I'm going to go offline, and then Laura can get online and meet me down here. So we're just going to kind of do this in a staggered sort of way. First me, then her. First me, then her, kind of like that. All right. So as you can see from this other camera, I'm not even using the ladder. Those rungs are just too gross and crusty. They're just going to probably snap on me. That's the way they always are in these shafts for the first maybe 50 to 100 feet. And indeed, see, here's what we got going on over here. We got ourselves our first drift. I knew we would, because topside we've got ourselves an open stope. So let me squeeze over here and give myself a little slack. Okay, all right, and then set the camera down somewhere. How about here for right now, something like that, so I can come on and get offline here. 1 second. And there we go. All right, Laura, it's your turn.
All right.
Your turn. Okay, so while she...
You got the rope?
So while Laura is hooking up over there and coming down to this level, I want to tell you guys how I'm going to document this mine. Let me turn this down. Maybe you can, there we go. I think you can see me from there. All right, so because this mine is so large and so deep, what I planned on doing in this episode is, of course, I'm going to film all the way down, but I'm not going to force you guys to watch me do ladders in between each level, because that gets kind of boring. Some of you enjoy it, some of you don't. So for this episode, I'm going to cut those parts out, and I'm only going to film the levels as we go deeper into this mine. But then I'm going to produce another episode where everything is included. That'll probably be over an hour long, And for those of you guys who enjoy a longer episode, then you'll get to enjoy that one, as well as all of my riveting commentary while I'm working my way between levels. Okay, I'm gonna take a break here for a second, make sure Laura is getting down to this one safe and sound, and when I get done doing that, we'll start exploring this level. I'll be back in a second. Remember, small moves.
Yeah.
That's a brand new rope and it's real slippery.
Already made that mistake once. I don't want to do it again. I'll see you guys in a bit.
You're braver than me.
I gotta remember I got all this
Yeah.
pack up my back.
Don't be afraid to lean back.
Yeah.
The further you lean back, betters your stance.
Yeah, and I mean, I gotta be careful of my back too with
Right.
the pack.
Yeah, you got that. You gotta watch out for it too. It just to help prevent you from your feet from slipping out.
Yeah. Do you want to just, should I have him feed the rest of the rope? Because it's going to get caught right here.
Okay.
I'll just make sure it doesn't get
Yeah.
caught in this board.
Yeah.
And then we can figure it out once it gets down there.
Okay.
All right, coming up on the end here.
All right. Thank you.
That'll work.
All right.
Looking good.
Just kind of go on my knees to avoid
Yeah,
this.
through that one spot. You're
Yeah.
almost past it. come on over. All right, there's the wonderful Miss Laura right there. Not too hard, was it?
No, it's not bad.
Yeah. The hardest part is just dealing with the bird's nesty rope as you work your way down these things. That's always the tough part. So I'm going to assist Laura. She's going to come over here, get offline, and then we'll start exploring this level, guys. Again, I'll be right back. Okay. Okay, point that at me. I'll stand over here. All right, you ready?
Yep.
All right, here we go. 2, 1. Okay, here we go. Our very first level of the mine, we're only about 40 feet down, and I can already see from this level what kind of mine that we've got going on here. So they're working the vein. You can see all the support stalls right here. They're working the vein straight down at a 70-degree dip. And this vein ran, if I remember correctly, just kind of going off memory, just like north and south. Now, off this direction from this mine, there's a great big vertical shaft, and what Laura and I like to call a sarlacc pit, which means it's a vertical shaft with no collar, with a soft perimeter, okay? And we think that when we get deeper into this mine, eventually one of these levels are gonna go over and intersect with a vertical shaft further up on the hill off this direction. At least that's what we're hoping. We think what they were trying to do out here is they initially got the mine started from this shaft, and then they put in that other one to help bring ore up and out of the mine at an even faster pace. So that one was used for maybe ore. This one over here was used for getting the men in and out of, and that increases productivity. So let's start with this one, poke around a little bit. Looks like we got an open stope. This one should be interesting. Okay, all right, so this is what I'm talking about. Let me show you what's going on here. So we're at the top of a very large stope right there, looking down. I see a ladder down there. There's definitely going to be a level with ore chutes somewhere. Okay, and looking up, you can kind of, actually the geology looks better the other direction. I'll point the camera at it. Coming back, let's look over here real quick. So, yeah, what we've got is the top part of the stope. Holy moly, boy, we've got some just massive workings down in here. And then looking up this direction, this is what's going up and outside, and they've got a fence around it up there to keep people from falling into it. But that's as far as we can go this way because we're so close to the surface, everything's just failed. And I don't want to walk on that crumble. And no sense in going down there because it doesn't really go anywhere. So let's turn around.
We have a Shasta coffee.
Ah, there you go. Shasta coffee can. Very nice. Nice find. All right.
Copyright 1915.
1915.
1915.
Oh wow, let's keep that like up on something instead of on the floor.
Yeah, I'll have to take a picture of it.
Okay, I'll get past you. I'll let you
All right.
photograph it for Facebook. Now, there's a reason why. Well, actually, before I jump in on that topic, let's finish this first. So we've got something going. Look here, guys. So on the other side, you can see where there's a piece of tin coming down, but the drift doesn't continue off that direction any longer. They formed some tin there to act like a chute, and it's coming down and probably to right about here, and that's where they were collecting the ore. So far so good. Wow, pretty steep. The conditions of the mine aren't looking all that bad. Heck, they're not even using any collaring down there because the geology's looking good. So guys, all right, we got to go deeper. Let's get back on the rope and continue on further down this really cool incline shaft. Be back in a second.
Drill or vent pipe, or no, probably what, air pipe going down over there?
Air.
Yeah. An old broom under here.
Okay, here we go. Let's get that there. If you can hand me the end of that, I'll feed it. All right, guys, here we go. Going deeper. Again, I'm just going to stay. Heck, it might be easier just to, I'll just stay where I'm at. Laura's helping me feed the slack line down, and I'm just going to work my way, stay off the ladder.
Yeah, it looks like this bunch is going to come down, so unless I can, I don't know if I can get it over here.
Yeah, we got a big bird's nest, don't we? That's okay. So we got a level up here. I'm going to let you work on that bird's nest while I keep going.
All right.
Let's see what we got over here. Wow. Wow, did we ever have one heck of a mine.
Is that a drift?
Well, it's all worked out, so
Okay.
there's not really a place that I can
All right.
walk to. No, but I guarantee you, I just wonder. Here, let me get a little lower here. There we go. Wow, is that ever cool? I wonder if anybody's ever seen this. Huh. I don't think I can walk. There's the top of an ore chute. All I can do is go deeper, and we'll just have to see how it plays out.
All right.
Over here to my right, looking up that way, that's deeper into stope we just came from. All right, let me flip the camera around. Oh, gotta love that adrenaline. Yeah. Gotta love the adrenaline here. Okay. So, going deeper. I'm really happy to be on rope because this is this is really ugly. All right, let's look up into that next stope there. Right there. I know it's, you guys really can't see a whole heck of a lot, but it's not something that I can climb into. I just got to keep roping until I get to a level. All right. See, now like here I have to use the ladder because of the way that the shaft is formed. Yeah, that's better. See, whenever I can, I really enjoy like leaning backwards. Tight spot here. There is a lot of crumble in this mine, Laura.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of crumble. A lot of people have thrown stuff down here. All right. I think I'm almost to a level. Yep. I think I am. All right, let me get over here. Okay. Yep, this is that level. Let me give me a little slack. Set the camera like this. See, guys, doing shaft work is always a lot different than just walking into a horizontal haulage at it. A lot more work is involved. So give me a minute. I have to bring the rope down to this level and then assist Laura. I'll be back. All right, so I'm gonna start pulling on the rope.
All right, pull it slowly because it is sitting in debris right here.
Okay.
But I have a hand on it also.
All right.
Hold up.
Okay.
All right. All right, here comes the tail.
All right. All right, come on down. You're next on The Price is Right. Yeah, we got a little cove here.
What's that?
There's a cool little cove here to explore.
Okay.
Another one over there. Huh. You feeling comfortable on that rope?
Yeah.
Okay. The more comfortable you get, the faster you'll be able to rappel.
Yeah.
Do 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 do. Cool. Very cool. Pretty neat. Good job. What do you think so far?
It's always kind of awkward when you got a heavy pack on your back.
Yeah.
But that's part of the game.
It is. It is. It's either, you got to have one or the other, either a camera rig or a heavy pack.
Right?
It would be kind of hard to manipulate both, you know. But we got some neat stuff to look at on this level. We really, really do.
Should I pull out Patty yet?
Not yet. I don't think we need Patty quite yet. That nail there. But you might be more comfortable taking that pack off.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
There you go. Just go ahead and take that off for now. Yeah.
Stay. Oh, we're fall over.
All right. Ready?
Yep.
Here we go. Let's go this way. Lights down just a little bit. 2, 1, go. All right, guys. So we're at the next level. Looks like we have definitely a drift right here with some kind of ore chutes. This thing is really, really neat. The way that the infrastructure of this mine is.
Yeah.
I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Check this out, guys. Turn the camera around. So, okay, we got this little cove we're standing in here, with this little ladder popping up, and then it goes up onto this platform. And then the miners built themselves this little brace right here, so that they could put a hand when they're climbing up like this to get into this. Now, we have another ladder going up here. Now, this is going into the stope that I pointed down into when we were heading down on the left-hand side. And you can see it goes up there, but it's really crumbly and ugly. I don't want to go up into that, but where I do want to go is around the corner. Now here, let me get through this, like so. There we go. Okay, turn it around here. Step on that. See how they have this neat little little ore chute right here going on to that next level?
You got some plate steel right there.
Right, but look at the size of the timbers, Laura. This one is big as you.
These are some big boys.
Aren't these some big boys? Look at that. Wow. Okay, but look what we have up here.
We got.
Ooh.
We have load marks on the right.
We do. Whole bunch of them. And look at this, guys. Neat.
I think people in 2025 have grown taller because this is pretty.
Yeah.
It's not as.
Pretty short.
Oh, it's got dates on it too.
It does have dates.
It
Look
has
at
a
that.
name, and then it's got a date on it. August 20th, 1942.
1942, right there.
R.E. Ports.
R.E. Ports. Mm-hmm. And see this above our head right here?
Oh yeah.
I wouldn't.
And I don't think we should really stand under that for too long.
No, not for too long.
No.
But now you know that it's there.
Yeah.
All right, let's get up in here. See what we got going on. Wow. Look at how this place is. Okay, before we go that way, you guys got to see this. Now this is looking back the other direction. Look at the size of that stope. Wow. Did they ever clean this out? And the whole side of it over here is just flaking off and giving way. There is so much material. Laura, you wouldn't believe how much material is above your head right there.
Yeah, we have load marks behind us also.
All right.
Yeah.
Get some close-ups of those, and I'll be sure I'll do what I can to incorporate them. All right. Let's head off this way. Something is going down.
There's load marks all over the place.
This whole place is, we got slabbers all over the place in here. And no, looks like nobody's been in here because, see, there's no footprints in the scree.
The last time people might have been in here was when they were surveying it.
Yeah.
It looks like there's a 4 above your head in orange.
Well, it doesn't go any more that direction.
No.
That's where it ends. It looks like it's coming down. I don't know. I've gone this far. Heck, why don't I just take it the rest of the way, huh? I crawl under that busted beam and make sure. No, it don't do anything. Okay, turn it around. Turn it around. But it's definitely going deeper. Holy cow, Laura, we got ourselves a big mine here.
Every single one of these timbers has lode marks on it.
Oh yeah, look at that. Look at how many.
And then there's that one, I think it says 189.
Okay. I'll follow you back through. Okay. Too cool. I'll let you get up there a little further. There you go.
It's got that mine smell.
Pretty cool, guys, huh? Look at that. Wow, what a mine. What a mine. Oh, if you're wondering, so this is a pipe fitting. Is what you may have seen that when I was coming in here. It's just a pipe fitting. Wow. All right, let me get around you there. Bonk. Okay. I'm gonna go up this way. And down where we came from. Just like that. All right, so let me park the camera here. All right, neat stuff. Loving it. Definitely loving it. Get back on the rope here.
Use their little handle to come back down. Thank you, miners. It's
Yeah,
very
isn't
nice.
that cool how they put that little handle there?
Yeah.
All right, let's get over to this one. Oh, I've already prepped the rope too.
All right.
Okay, guys. Now look, we're only 75 feet
Probably.
is all, and look at how much we found in this mine. This is crazy cool. What a cool mine. All right, let's keep going here. All right, let's take a look over here. Let's see if it's anything worth getting off rope for. Got a ladder going down that way, but more than likely that's just going to go to a drift. And then looking up into all of the workings, and you can see how the miners, they left some of the planks behind going between the support stalls. They took a lot of them, but some of them are left behind. And then looking back towards lower that way.
Yeah, there's a C11 right up here on the shaft collaring.
Okay.
Or a C17. I can't tell which.
All right, let's see here. All right, guys, now looking down. Oh, holy moly. What do we got down there? Does that go vertical? Boy, it just might. Ooh-wee.
Looks like there might be a drift just down there too.
Oh, what a deal, huh? What a deal. All right, let's get back on the thing here. Okay. All right, lean it on back. And away we go. Well, all I can say is it's good that I knocked that one off now
Yeah.
and not later.
Hey, it's still going.
Yeah, it is. All these broken rungs from people throwing rocks down this mine shaft. There's so many of them. The hell, someone's trash? That's what that is.
Yeah.
Someone chucked their trash down here.
I guess they figured this was the local dump.
Yep, that's what they kind of figured. All right, we got ourselves a wiggly ladder.
All right.
All right, so that battery just died. So once I get to this drift, Laura, you're really gonna have to lean backwards when you get to this point.
Okay.
Wow, this is really something. Okay. All right, I gotta try to swing over here. All right. All right, now what I want to do is get farther enough over so I don't kick any of this material on down the shaft and make a bunch of dust. So I'm almost to a safe spot.
Okay.
Almost. Okay, let me set the camera up here. I know you guys are having a hard time seeing me from right there because my 360 battery just died. I got to put in another one. Give me a second here. There we go. All right, so I don't know if you can see me out of there. You see me there? I think you can see me there. Okay, I'm going to assist Laura down to this level and we'll start exploring it, okay? I'll be right back. All right, I'm pulling the rope to this level.
All right. All right, you're gonna have the tail coming down.
Huh?
Tail's coming down.
All right. Okay, come on down.
All right.
Be careful.
Okay.
All right, clapping back in on the 360. 2, 1. Beep, 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 beep. We got a lot of artifacts on this level.
It seemed like it's a first main level.
Nope. Well, it was. Until the whole thing failed.
Huh.
Yeah. Yeah, the whole damn thing failed. Yep. Two, one, go. And you said you wanted an adventure.
Well, yeah.
Well,
Did we find one?
your wish has been granted.
Really?
Yeah, we are in a,
We're in an adventure mine?
oh, this is quite the mine, I gotta tell you. And crumbly, super dangerous.
But it smells like a mine.
It does. This is more like a Nevada one
Yeah.
as compared to an Arizona mine. It really is. And we're getting there. I'd say we're probably at what, 100?
Yeah, probably.
I think we're only about 100, 125. Let me get over here real quick. Get out of your way without stepping on our rope. There we go. Okay, maybe I can sit. It's kind of cramped quarters here. There we go. So there we got a little thing went off that direction, guys. I think it's failed. We are at a drift level, but it's looking like it completely failed, especially what I've got going on behind me here. Let me show it to you as Laura works her way down. See, we've got, these are all your ore chutes that would have been used to service the big stope we just showed you guys. But as you can see, the whole thing has failed and it's all collapsed now. Nope, we're not going that way, but at one time that was really pretty. Down here we have what's left of a makeshift, like they used a barrel to make a stove. The neatest thing that I've been able to find so far is this wash basin right there. That's kind of cool. I've been seeing a lot of these things right here. This rim definitely must be off of some kind of a vehicle or something. It has like a latch here where you could latch it tight. I've never seen anything quite like this. I'm not sure what that is. Of course, we have ourselves a carbide container. The neat thing about this one is it's very old, and somebody was using it for something. See these? Let me turn that light down, because they put in these two, like maybe like an inlet and an outlet there. Looking inside, nothing in there. Over this direction we have a Budweiser can from the 70s. And that is about it, with a whole bunch of load marks.
Yeah, even behind you
I mean,
right
they're
here.
just
Every single timber, same as that drift up there.
Every timber
Even
has.
that one that's on the ground.
Yeah. Yeah, they're just load marks are everywhere in here. So I'll tell you what, let's switch with you.
All right.
I'll switch with you. I'll go this way, you go my way. You head up in there. Go ahead. I'm gonna stand over there. Okay. All right, now let's see what we're getting ourselves into, guys. Turn this light on. Let me see here. Well, that looks like a drift
Oh, further down?
right below us. Yeah, but the ladders are gone. All gone.
The rail's gone too?
Rail is gone. Ladder's gone.
Oh.
Yep. It just keeps getting uglier and uglier. I mean, that's not to say that we couldn't go down the rail side off here to the left and at least make it to that drift. Yeah, that's probably doable. Let's look up this way.
There's a ladder.
Ladder, that's that. No, that's a different one.
It goes up into the stopes over
Into
there.
the stope. Look at the amount of load marks
Yeah, over there.
on that beam over there. They're just everywhere. Another 55-gallon drum. Here's a punch plate. If you can, let me point it out with the laser right there. That would have been used for, you know, it's as if they had to like dip something down into fluid, then bring it back up again. Like maybe if you're washing parts or something. That's just a guess. Over there, there's a headlight from some kind of a vehicle. That's really cool. I'll tell you what, Laura, can you hold the camera?
Yeah.
I'll let you be paparazzi for a moment.
Okay.
You be paparazzi. I'm gonna do some housekeeping as well as get over there.
Okay.
Okay, because I'm not gonna cross this shaft
No.
with me not being on the rope. There we go. All right, guys, here we go. Let's get over here nice and safe. Yeah. Actually, I'm gonna go around. We got a bunch of scribblings. I gotta give myself some slack. There we go. All right, first things first. If we do go down there, let me lock this off. Need some more slack. There we go. Okay. See this rock? We don't want that falling on our heads, do we?
No.
Nope. Stay.
Good piece of concrete almost.
That's what it is, too. All right, worst case scenario, the falls out from underneath me, and I end up over there. Let me take up some of that slack. Come here. There we go. All right, 1 second. So, the lid that someone shot full of holes. And nope, it just goes up here, guys, and stops right there. But I gotta see. I really want to see what this artifact is. Let me look around real quick. Woo-wee, yahoo. All right, take up some slack. And we got an old, turn my lamp down here, headlight. Maybe off a Model T or something. Beep, beep. That's what that is. And here's that grate with a bunch of holes punched in it. I wonder what they were using that for. Probably, it looks like something for parts cleaning.
Is that an air tank or another drum over there?
Just a 55-gallon drum is all.
Okay.
And that's it. But
All right.
all right, now I should be able to see what do we got going on. Ooh, I don't know. It's not looking like a drift. Okay, let me look this way. 1 second. I want to see if this is something we can do or if this is something that we're going to die trying. Oh my God. So, Laura.
Yes.
I got a question for you.
Uh-huh.
Are yours aluminum, brass, steel, gold? What are they?
Steel.
Steel by now?
Yes.
Well, I think they might be, you're going to need unobtainium.
Ah. What is it? What is that?
Well, that's,
Is that what Superman has? Or wait, I thought Superman had balls of steel.
that is a lot of roping, wow. Wow.
Is the skip rail still present?
No, everything is gone.
Oh.
Everything is gone. But I want you to look at it.
All right.
So guys, I tell you what, we're going to poke around here for a little bit longer. As I was saying, we're 100 feet into this mine, only into a 900-foot deep mine. But we don't want to pass up any possible artifacts. So give us a minute. We're going to poke around. We'll be back. Okay.
You want to come back over here? Oh.
I'm coming back by you.
All right. I'm going to set the camera down over here.
Right here, right there, right up there, pointing it towards me. All right, so you need to get on rope
Yeah.
before you get close to this shaft so that you can,
Let me take my pack off.
yeah. Okay. And then you can use your flashy light
Yeah.
and you look and see if that's something you're comfortable with. use your telescopic feature. Now, we're going to do something a little bit more fun. Give me a second here.
Nope, there's that one.
Ready?
Hold on. Right.
Holy shit.
That's a deep one.
Shit. There's no ladders, there's no nothing left.
No.
You have to,
You're gonna be free climbing.
you gotta be free, you gotta free.
I mean, well, now that it's all dusty, that one, maybe a level right there where that board's sticking out.
Yeah, maybe.
But after that, it looks like it does go vertical.
Yeah.
I mean, it could be wrong, but
Or it's just mega steep.
yeah.
But there's no, you have to be solely on rope to do it.
Yeah, there's no way you can do it without rope.
No, it's solely on rope because
Yeah.
the infrastructure is gone.
Yep.
The infrastructure is completely gone, and it's at a 75
Yep.
coming in on an 80-degree tip. So how am I going to do that and hold a camera?
I don't think that would be possible. Would it? Hey, there's a 28 over there.
Oh yeah.
That over there, that's just part of that cut right there, yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty crazy. Don't you agree?
Yeah.
You think that's at our skill level? Our comfort level?
Yeah, it's all dusty. Let's sit here and take a break for a minute.
Okay. Did you hear how long it took that rock to get to the bottom?
I didn't hear any water.
No, there ain't no water.
No, but it took a long time for all that to get down there.
It did, didn't it? Yeah.
Water, poor flavor. My water's in my pack.
Oh.
Can I share your water? Have mine shirt.
No one's ever been even to this level.
No, there's no modern day trash aside from the shit that people have been dropping down here.
That's it. It's just stuff that people have been chucking. So, if this was to be like Everest, You know, you have that line, and if you go above the line, they call it the death zone.
Mm-hmm. That's what that is.
So we're at that line right here.
Mm-hmm.
Is where we're at.
Yeah.
You start going into that,
Mm-hmm.
you're on a whole different level
Yeah.
of madness.
Mm-hmm.
In my 6 years of doing this, I've never done anything like that.
Is that Frank?
That's Frank. That's definitely a Frank. Well, I mean, I could do it.
Mm-hmm.
But here's my problem. See, if I got ladders, if I got woodwork like this,
Mm-hmm.
where I can use my feet to assist
Yeah.
getting back up,
Mm-hmm.
then my whatever's going wrong with my shoulders,
Mm-hmm.
then it ain't so bad
Yeah.
because I'm using my feet like we're about to do to go back up.
Mm-hmm.
But if I go down there, I'm going to need all of my upper body strength to get back up
Yeah.
on that thing.
Mm-hmm.
And to do that for 800 feet,
Yeah.
well, it's actually going to be 600 feet.
Mm-hmm.
Because it sounds like there's nothing left down there. The skip has broken away, the ladder's broken away, everything is just fallen,
Yeah.
and all you got is just rock going down.
Mm-hmm.
That type of an adventure is best suited for someone in their 20s with a helmet cam
Mm-hmm.
and a shitload of piss and vinegar.
Yeah.
I thought I felt air, but it's just convection.
So I wonder if it even...
I don't think it goes over and attaches with the other shaft.
No, that must be separate then.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd say this is definitely the deep one though.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. This is the older one, so this is the original. This is the deeper one.
Yeah. Yeah. What do you think?
I'm half tempted to go down to just where that board is hanging out over, to see if it does go vertical and what it looks like. Without my pack. Or with my, I could put Patty on my shoulder and put my little pack on.
In order to get back up, you're going to have to transition to,
A foot loop.
well,
Or not foot loop, but a sender.
your ascender
Yeah.
and all that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I don't think it's worth it.
No.
That I've thrown enough rocks down shafts. I already have a painted picture in my head. I know
Mm-hmm.
I know what it is.
I mean, considering this drift is trashed.
Yeah.
The other ones down below, are they going to be any better?
They're going to be trashed too.
Yeah,
Every-
since this one has already failed.
Well, it's failed due to the earthquake activity.
I know,
in this
yeah,
area.
there's so many earthquakes around here, that's why it's come down.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
If it wasn't in an area like that, sure, it'd still be standing, but just there's too many earthquakes down here, and that's why it's come down.
That's why all of this is failing, just due to earthquake activity. I'll bet a lot of this happened in '94 or '5 when that big one hit
Yeah.
in Southern California. But I'm seeing a lot of that.
Yeah.
No, I mean all the infrastructure has broken away and fallen into the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
All you have down there is just straight rock. You know.
Yeah,
going-
like those.
It's what you have right here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you smell it? You smell the sulfides?
Did you just get a whiff?
Yeah, I got a whiff of those sulfides.
Maybe I did very. Oh wait.
Yeah,
Faintly.
faintly.
Yeah, I can smell
a
it.
wisp of them.
Mm-hmm. Probably stirred them up with that rock.
We stirred them up down there.
It said it was heavy sulfides too.
Yeah. That's the other thing. If you get down in there and you get into bad air and you're
Yeah.
still on rope,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna have to transition
To get up.
in a
and
bad air
out.
situation to get up.
Yeah.
But what I'm envisioning is,
Oh yeah, I smell it now.
you smell it?
It's moving.
It is. What I'm envisioning is you've got the same angle, the same kind of rock and all this stuff.
Yeah.
Okay, but it's on this same angle with no infrastructure all the way to the bottom.
Yeah.
And in the bottom, you're going to have a massive pile of debris.
Mm-hmm. And if there is a skip car, it's going to be buried because it's got 700 feet of debris on it.
Yeah, buried.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
At
If
least.
there's And I mean, if there were any carts or anything, they're probably buried too.
Now I smell it. Yeah. Stink.
Yeah.
Smell that?
It's definitely. I think that was part of what I noticed too at that first drift up there, where that had the ladder. I mean, it was the mine smell, but it was also a slight hint of sulfides.
Well, bad air is heavy. Mm-hmm. Okay, so whatever rock we threw down there, well, of course we stirred it up. But it's gonna think of it like water. Mm-hmm. It's not gonna fluff to this level.
No.
It's gonna stay down in there.
Yeah.
But it will fluff those sulfides.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and that's what we're smelling right now. The deeper we go, the worse that's going to get, and that could eventually lead to a bad air situation.
Mm-hmm.
I would be much more comfortable with this mine if it had more infrastructure going down, where we can use our hands and our feet and our rope. We've got 3 things to use.
Yeah, that's basically turned into a sarlacc pit.
This is turned into a sarlacc.
It's an inclined sarlacc.
There you go. That's a good way of putting it. Yeah. Did you get all that, guys? So you've probably been listening in on our conversation, and we're pretty daring. We generally are.
But you guys probably heard, we chucked a big rock down there, and it went deep. So this probably is the original 900 plus foot shaft.
Yeah.
But after we dropped that rock in there, we started getting a stronger hint of sulfides, which this mine supposedly had heavy sulfides in it. So it's been sitting down there, and we stirred it up.
We did, and we're smelling the sulfides. And so the deeper you go, then that could lead to bad air.
Mm-hmm. It's windy outside today too.
It is. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we could be getting some draw.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not to say that there isn't a drift going over to the other shaft, and we are getting a little air.
Yeah, because we can kind of feel air, but I can't tell if it's just coming from this one or if it's... You can usually tell if it's coming up from down below, but...
I think what we're feeling right now is convection.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get that in these mines is convection.
Yeah.
So, as much as I would like to take you guys down into the bottom of this, it has degraded so bad from this point that it's just no longer safe anymore, and it's beyond our comfort zone. It's beyond my comfort zone. Tommy knocker.
Yeah, did you hear that too?
Yeah, knock knock.
You heard that.
I did. Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that too.
Came from back up in there.
So in other words, the Tommy knockers are telling us you're making a wise decision.
Yep.
And as much as Gly is not very superstitious, I am. I've never really experienced anything, what I just heard, but that was definitely like 2 or 3 knocks.
It was.
And they say if you hear noises in mines, I mean, it might, who knows what it could be.
Yeah.
Miners were very superstitious, and they listened to the Tommy knockers. They usually warn them of impending doom, you could say.
Right.
So what I gather from that is that they're telling us,
don't do it.
Don't do it. You should head back out. And now I'm getting the creeps, so.
That was really strange.
That was weird.
It came up in that drift right up there.
Yeah, it feels like the hairs on the back of my neck are kind of rising now.
Yeah, I heard it too. That was
so.
And what was really weird is it happened right after we said what we said and made our decision.
Yeah.
They were like, knock knock. Yep, that's
like
we
clapping,
agree.
like yes,
we agree.
you guys
Don't
made
do
a good decision. So we're going to go with the Tommy knockers. They approved of us leaving their mine.
So okay, guys. So I hope you can see us out of the 360 or the main cam, but. Let me just do a really quick recap before we get back online and head out of here. So what we have here, obviously, you can see the ladder and you can see the skip rails that went down about 25 feet below me here. Everything just completely is gone. Yep. It's totally obliterated. At some point in time, maybe during an earthquake or just age in general, all of the infrastructure broke off and fell into the bottom of this mine. And so what that means is that even... but I know a lot of you are saying, yeah, but you're on rope. You could just rope. But you have to understand that it's more than that. We've got camera rigs and we've got a lot of other different things in order to film this. And when you're in those kinds of situations, it's very difficult to do. And a helmet cam just doesn't get the job done. Now, we tossed a rock down in there, and after about 3 minutes, we smelt the sulfide smell coming up and out of the mine. That's an indication that there may be bad air down in there, and you don't want to be on rope in a bad air situation trying to transition from descent to ascent.
Yeah.
That would be bad. You got to go with your gut, and my gut is telling me that we shouldn't go any further than this.
No.
I don't think we should.
No, originally I wanted to go down where there's a board pulling over the shaft, but after the sulfide odor is starting to rise,
Yeah.
and everything else that we discussed, I mean, just this drift right here was probably pretty substantial, and it's already caved.
And there is really good climbers out there that can do something like this. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, they do this stuff all the time, and that's all well and good. And but the thing is you can have all of those abilities under your belt, but that ain't going to stop bad air.
No.
That ain't going to stop you from passing out. You know, you know what I mean? So
If you guys want to see us explore some Nevada mines here shortly, then we should definitely not continue down this one.
no.
Otherwise,
no.
this will probably be the last.
I think this is as far as I want to go.
Yeah.
You got to listen to your gut. After, you know, over 30 years of me crawling in these holes, and the reason I'm still here and haven't been killed or injured is because I listen to my gut. I don't go past my comfort zone. This right here is past my comfort zone, especially if I got to carry extra gear, camera equipment,
Yeah.
so on and so forth, plus your another 300 feet of rope. Yeah. Let's play it on the safe side.
Yeah,
All
it's
right.
pretty neat coming down here. I mean, there's no evidence of anybody else. There's trash that people have thrown down the shaft, but otherwise,
No.
the different little cans and carbide containers, they're still in here.
No. Nobody
Nobody's been down here in
nobody's
a long time.
Nobody's
Not all
free
the way down
climbed.
here.
Not since maybe the 40s.
No.
No. Maybe up there where we saw that Budweiser can.
Yeah, I'm
but
sure
not to right
people
here.
have been to that first little drift, but
Yeah.
otherwise, I don't think anybody has balls enough to come down here unless they're on a rope.
Nope. All right, so I'm going to send you up first.
All right.
I'm going to hang out down here and prep the rope.
Okay.
And guys, unless we see something super cool on the way back up, we'll see you topside.
Yep.
See you up there. How's that?
That's good. That was really weird. Was really weird.
Oh!
Don't go down in there.
All right, I need to get to a safe spot
All right.
first.
You move, I'll stand right here. Since I'm on rope here. I'll scoot over.
Okay, so and you want to put your backpack on over there?
Yeah.
There you go. Oh my God, that's heavy. Here you go. I'm sorry you had to carry that.
No, it's fine. Like I said, I agreed to it.
Don't drop it down the hole.
No, let me see. Let me get a few more pictures. Or no. I think I got enough for now. But except for, let me see if I can get one down, looking down here.
What time we got?
12:20,
Okay.
hour and a half.
All right.
Once I get up to that drift level, I'll stop and I'll wait.
Yeah. Pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty crazy. I can't believe how long it took. That's a big rock.
Yeah.
And that thing took a long time to get to the bottom.
Mm-hmm. How well are these ladders gonna hold up?
Is the other end of that lanyard attached to your main point harness on center?
No, it's not.
Needs to
I'm
be.
glad you caught that.
No, you can leave that hooked. Hook your other part of your lanyard to this part of your
Yeah.
harness on your main point.
I'm glad you caught that.
I'm always watching over you.
Thanks, man. Alright, let's see. Is it gonna... Where's the sender? There he is.
You want it on this loop. That one.
Yeah, this gold one, right?
Gold loop.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so if something fails,
You're
on
attached to the
center.
harness.
Otherwise, it'll throw you off to the left or right. Yeah.
Sometimes it's easy. No, I'll just leave my descender where it is. Alright.
Okay. Got it through your crawl?
Yep.
Okay.
These are pretty narrow ladders.
Yep. They sure are.
right.
My turn?
Yep.
Okay. Okie dokie.
What's that?
I'm a-coming.
All right. Can you hand me the camera? Did you commune with the Tommyknockers down there?
Yeah. Had a nice conversation.
Were they happy that we
Yeah, they're very happy
that we
we're
listened
quit.
to them?
Yes, they are.
Good.
They were like, you chose
Wisely.
All right, your turn.
I'm gonna sit here for a minute. I think that was some sort of paint can. There's still paper on it. That one next to you. Maybe a track dauber.
Oh, is that what it is?
And it's still got paper on it. enamel, but I can't make out anything else.
Why do we put ourselves in these positions?
It's an adventure.
It is an adventure. Hey, that's right.
This is an old mine.
This is very, very cool.
This is a cool mine. I mean, down below after the sulfide smell started coming up, then I was starting to get kind of bad vibes about continuing down. But otherwise, I don't think I took a picture of that. I'm going to take a picture of the C-17.
Yeah.
But otherwise, I mean, it seems fine.
Yeah, I mean, my skill level is good to that point.
Yeah.
After that point, I kind of feel like I just keep running that analogy through my head, kind of like the death zone on Everest.
Yeah.
You know, you cross that line, and then you're committed. I mean, and that's what that level was. You cross that.
Yeah.
And you're truly committed. Unfortunately, like I was saying, I just don't have the right kind of gear set up so that I can operate both hands free. That's going to require me to do that.
Yeah.
And I don't know where I'm going to put this camera. And I just hate to do something as extreme and as fun as that.
Yeah.
And just have helmet cam footage because that's going to be boring.
Yeah.
You know.
What's that over there? Plumbing something plumbing.
Plumbing something plumbing.
Plumbing something plumbing. Some pencil marks on it.
Look at how it's all chewed up by pack rats. All right, you're next.
Hey, wait, let me peek into the stove.
You want to look into the stove?
Yeah.
You want to look around first?
Kind of.
Okay. This is what Laura does, guys. So when we're resting, she's poking around, looking in every nook and cranny because
you never know what you might miss.
And she has found some amazing things that I have passed up because I'm too focused on the camera and getting good camera footage.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just blow right past something really awesome, and then she'll find it hidden in a crack or a nook or a cranny, something like that. I mean, that's just how this game is played. So yeah, so we're about, I don't know,
50 or 75 feet?
75 feet. Got 75 feet, maybe 100 left to go. We'll get out of here.
Yeah. I wonder how far this ore chute goes down. Let me see.
It went down to the level with all the other ore chutes that
are
are buried.
Oh yeah, the one that's plugged, huh?
Yeah. Yep. It went down to the buried ore chutes.
I feel unencumbered too without my pack and rope.
People were brave enough to go this far.
Yeah.
By free climbing, but they weren't brave enough to go any further. Nope.
Could I have a sip of water,
Sip of Wawa.
please?
I don't know if it's open or closed.
On.
I think it's on. Ooh, girl germs. Girl germs, guys. Did you see that? Girl germs.
My pack is in my other pack,
Yes.
and I'm too lazy to pull it out right now. He
right.
has access to the water, so I'm doing Gly a favor by helping lighten his pack.
I don't mind a little bit of girl germs.
Yeah.
No.
All right, I didn't see anything else back there that we had missed, an old wine jug, but otherwise.
Okay. Blazer, that's a 22.
Yeah, long rifle.
22 long rifle ammunition.
Any asides from the little can right there. Little track daubers. I
Yeah.
think it was a paint can, but
I'm just finding stuff that people have either thrown down here, you know, or because they're camping up there and then they're tossing their trash
yeah, that's
down
what
the
they're doing.
shaft.
All
All
right.
right, you're next.
I put my pack back on.
Okay. I am going to change out a battery so that I can capture all of this.
Going back up.
Going back up. Just in case something crazy happens, I didn't get it on camera.
Do you want to pull the rope up to this level?
No.
And just
leave
pull
right
it
where
all at the end?
Yep,
All right.
it's fine. It's not going to snag on anything. Clapping back in on 360. Beep, 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 beep.
Piece of old rope in
Huh?
here.
What?
Piece of old rope.
Yeah.
Orange rope. I'm just gonna stop at this first little drift for a second and stay on rope for a second.
Okay.
And then I'm gonna go out.
Okay. Can I come up?
No, I'm still on rope. Hold on.
Okay. I'm feeling lonely down here with the Tommy knockers.
Are they active again?
No. No, I think they're real happy that we went back.
All right. All right, I'm gonna head up and out.
Okay.
I'll let you know when I get to the collar.
All right. How you looking?
All right.
Okay.
Hey, look, it's a Don't Tell Ma picture.
There you go.
Got it. You got longer legs than me, so it might be easier for you right there.
There we go, guys. Back outside, safe and sound. Okay.
Perfect timing, the battery's low.
Perfect timing. All right, well, I wish we could have taken you all the way to the bottom of this one. That would be quite the adventure, but for us to do that, we would have to configure our camera rigs a little bit differently, do something a little bit different logistically to get down there. Actually, I would be even more comfortable having more people, but that, like I was saying, that's all well and good, but that doesn't stop the fact that there might be bad air down in there after we threw that big rock and we smelt all those sulfides come welling up, you know. So it may be just a few ppm where we were, but you get down there another 800 feet and then that's going to be that. So regardless, I had fun today. This is really super cool to get down into a mine over 100 years old, even though we only went maybe 125, 150 feet down. I still enjoyed it. And with that, Laura and I are going to get on out of here. Thank you so much for coming along on this fun adventure, and we'll see y'all again sometime down the road. Okay, take care, everybody. Bye-bye.